Honestly, how many masterpieces is one allowed? You know what's anesthetizing to me is how an abecedarian homunculus like this, whose writings read like a 7th grade translation of Thucydides, comes to be known as the foremost literary critic. Amazing. I've been working on this for 8 years. Why are you harassing me now?
Well, you just got back stateside, and you were so reclusive the past 5 years, living in Bucharest or whatever the hell backwater country you in.
You know, I should have expected the rewards afforded living in Romania to escape you.
All we're saying, we're not harassing you, Wynn. We're just trying to get a picture on when this thing is going to be finished, that's all. You told us 6 months ago you only had 2 chapters to go, and we're just trying to make sure that that's still the case.
Why don't you tell everyone I finished, okay?
Great. I'll have my people prepare the final.
I'm just working out the last few pages. I wouldn't expect you to understand, but it has a Beckettian twist on classic mores.
Say no more. You're the author.
No, damn it, don't cut me off. Listen, I have been struggling with the last 10 pages for 3 months. If it's not right, it's not ready. And I don't need you inviting me to lunch to whine about the business aspects of the book. Unlike many of your so-called authors, I'm not the whore standing beneath the Saint Denis streetlight twirling her purse trying to attract clients. If the ending isn't right, it's not ready. Peter, listen. People in 100 years from now, they're going to look at this book and... Never mind. I gotta go. Thanks for lunch. Is the pop urban princess. Enlightened to learn, she's the Sanskrit lover. Reciting an ancient Vedic trance. Yes. Ad Maiorem Dei Gloriam. Why don't you drop the act? Did I shake your hand? Did I greet you? Now, what is it that you want? James, is we have nothing to speak about. You know damn well why we haven't spoken in years. I've been able to tolerate you since college. Now, enough with the old pal cacophonisms. Why did you decide to break into my apartment and ruin my day? Book after book of thrilling spy intrigues and cheap romances was the apex to one's artistic fulfillment. Well put, James. You know, gossip columnists are wanting for one-liners like that. Maybe you're missing your true calling. But what am I saying? What would all your fans do without their spy's delightful escapades? Forget I mentioned it. The greatest testament to my work is that it can't be adapted to the film medium. Warren went to Wales to watch walruses. Reese watched Ross switch his Irish wristwatch for a Swiss wristwatch. Mrs. Pudgy Wudgy had a square-cut punt. Not a punt cut square, but a square-cut punt. It was round in the stern and blunt in the front. Mrs. Pudgy Wudgy had a square-cut punt.
A twister of twists once twisted
Sister
a twist.
Susie
The twist that
sewed
he
shirts
twisted
for
was a
soldiers.
three-twisted
So
twist.
skills as sewing shirts. Our sister
Now, in
Susie
twisting
showed.
the twist,
Some
the
soldiers
twister
sent epistles
untwist
say
with
they'd
the
rather
twist
sleep
that he
in thistles.
untwist
than
the
saucy,
twists.
soft shirts that Sister Susie sewed for soldiers. You are still not getting my signature.
You're a sore loser, Wynn.
Well, why don't you take your ball and go home? Reciting an ancient Vedic trance.
And so with that, in an instant of unfortunate clumsiness, or what most would later deem irony, America's greatest living writer, at least for a few more moments, Wynn Albright fell dead from a self-inflicted wound to his jugular vein. In those final fleeting moments, as he lay there struggling to keep the life inside him, he remembered his father and that first line of Latin he had taught him, lo, those many years ago, on the afternoon of his mother's last breath, when, he had said, taking him out on the back porch, which little Wynn had thought most curious, it being the middle of winter, walking him into the backyard and sitting with him on the old hickory swing, his father said these words alone, Wynn, memento mori, remember that we die.